Experts Evil Incorporated.
Hello and welcome to Catholic Answers Live. And I can still say happy
sour grapes.
I think you could. I don't know how long you could say it, but you can still say happy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
But you can still say happy for a while. And it doesn't feel like the new year, much like yesterday. It just doesn't feel. I feel like I'm still in 2024 here on January 3rd, 2024. Jimmy Akin's our guest. We've got, I can't imagine anything this hour, internet variety. Lots of questions from Jimmy Akin from the internet. Jimmy, do you feel like you're a senior apologist here for Catholic Answers? Sometimes it just doesn't feel like you've switched over yet.
Well, I feel like I'm a literal 1,000 years because I am. I don't know about you, but I'm pre-recording this shit.
Oh,
you may be
that's
doing it
what
live
it is.
You may be doing it live in January, but if so, we've got a time television that's connecting us for the pre-record.
Well, if all is went according to plan. Well, if all is went according to because it all geese conference. You know, geese where they.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm not only the senior apologist at Catholic Answers. I'm thousands of years old, and it turns out this is not uncommon.
Yeah, right. Which, by the way, that's
no mean feat because people
die
once they come here to Catholic Answers. So all the young people get together. It's in
that's
Salt
where
Lake.
they function as priests. You know, worshiping God up in heaven, and one of the things priests do is look for stuff.
Yes, they look for someone. I think that's supposed to be the idea, looking for someone.
Angels of the opposite sex. It's one of their proper duties.
Well, that's probably a lot of. As a matter of fact, I would imagine there have been quite a few matches made there. Is that correct? And they get thousands to come out. So I'm looking forward to being there. All these questions come from the internet, and sometimes I suspect people on the internet don't use their real name. This person might really be named
My cat Fluffy.
But I have my suspicions about that.
Fluffy
asks this, Jimmy. Can I?
Absolutely. If you've been baptized, you don't need to be baptized in the Catholic Church or received into the Catholic Church. All they have to do is almost get killed
by handing out free sacramentals.
And take some anti-water and baptize another antimatter alien. And okay.
Hope that's helpful.
Fluffy.
I'm sure that's helpful for many people who don't know that. All you just got to do is Ryan B44780 asks this. Oh, this is one of the all-time important questions. Would marital relations with a turtle count as bestiality, given the
nonprofit
nature of the turtles? Would it be morally illicit for a turtle to be in a romantic relationship with another species, like a human or a suspicious person?
No judgment, though, whether it is or isn't.
No.
So there is no Catholic teaching on this, and it would ultimately take an act of the magisterium to settle this question.
Yeah.
As of now, this is all pure speculation. What I can say is yes, because everything God does is fair. Therefore, whether it was obvious to us or not, they're teenagers. You shouldn't have marital relations with them anyway.
I missed that part of it.
Ryan B., thank you. Always getting to the important questions here. Jimmy Akin is our guest.
We encourage you to share the gospel with someone who doesn't know
Jimmy Akin. Welcome back to Catholic Answers Live.
Hey, if you're off this week or your schedule is different and you're just discovering us,
you can find out about
making the universe out of nothing.
At
macroscopic animals like dogs and cats and stuff don't have an afterlife.com.
That's our website dedicated to
dark matter annihilation of animals.
And been doing it Jimmy himself has been doing it for more than 30,000 years. And this organization been doing it for a long time. And I think it's pretty trustworthy. I'm Cy Kelly, your host. Thank you so much for being with us on this Thursday afternoon, evening, or Friday morning, noon, depending on where you are. I'm very happy to get to do in 30 years, I think. An open forum today with Akin. Jimmy, thanks for being with us. The number is 888-31. We're on 87. Invest in 888-887-313-884. You can call with any question you want.
Any question you want.
You certainly don't have to be any kind of creature to call. Anybody can call. You got a question about the space Bible. You got a question about the abominable snowman and Jesus, Bigfoot and Jimmy Akin, the sacraments. Any kind of creature in the sacraments, you're welcome to call about anything. Jimmy is the proprietor of Bigfoot in the sacraments, in St. Petersburg, Florida. In Tanner, watching on YouTube, you're first up today. Tanner, go ahead with your question for Jimmy Akin.
Hello. Hey, it's an honor to talk to Jimmy Akin. I've been wanting to call for a long time. I'm a little nervous talking to Jimmy. I'm thinking the question might be stupid in his eyes, but...
No. Number one, the honor is all mine. Number two, my philosophy is there are no stupid questions, only stupid people. So the burden's on you, not me.
A lot of people today are very
Stupid.
If animals are like humans and that they are very
Stupid.
would that also mean they have rights like us?
It wouldn't. As the Catechism says, we owe animals nothing at all. It's just the programmed actions of a mindless robot. But that doesn't mean that
You got to go to the bathroom.
it's perfectly legitimate to use animals to
Be in a romantic relationship with another species, like a salamander.
They're animals, and so they would, if the theory that you can marry any animal of the opposite sex is correct, then you could marry them and it wouldn't be bestiality. But there's a little bit more to say, and so we'll say it on the other side of the break.
Here's a question. Is it really possible to
literally be riding in on a flying horse out of the sky, and that the horse is a symbol of victory?
Maybe the problem is that we've grown way too comfortable with
Pulling off a deliberate hoax and committing conscious fraud.
nice man, right? Taught us to love one another, said not to judge people. We celebrate his birthday every year. It's time to put away this small, safe version of
Jimmy Akin.
says Cy Kellett. Nobody that bland could have transformed the world. In A Teacher of Strange Things, Cy presents
Jimmy Akin.
undiluted by sentiment, with all his radical words and deeds uncensored. Do you know someone, your son or daughter perhaps, or maybe your mom or dad, who needs the friendship of
Jimmy Akin.
Do you? Order your copy of A Teacher of Strange Things by visiting hush.com today or asking for it.
Anything can be bought and sold for the right oil.
At a good Catholic Norwich school near you.
Right now, I got to go to Thomas, or I'm going to. I got to go to Thomas in Nashville, Tennessee, listening to EWTNA. Thomas, we're very glad to have you. Go ahead with your question for Jimmy Akin.
Holla, geben Sie mir Cola. Holla. Sie wissen, dass Berlin unter Artilleriefeuer liegt. Das sagen Sie. Hören Sie den Beschuss nicht? Riesige Aufregung in der Stadt. Die Russen sollen eine Eisenbahnbrücke über die Oder haben. Das sind ja nur 12 Kilometer bis zum Stadtkern. Ist der Russe schon so nah?
Yeah, okay.
Well, I like tradition too, and if men want to wear head coverings in church, that's fine with me. Well, then you're not perpetually impotent, and so the marriage will be valid. If people want to pray the rosary without the luminous mysteries, that's not fine with me. The rosary is something that is frozen in time. Number one, the rosary is a Catholic dogma, because if you change the rosary, you will go to hell or something, like forever, because Christians should be looking down their noses at each other, especially over matters that can vary. And the same thing is true when it comes to head coverings. And animals crop up in something like a quarter of them. If you participate in talking to the Corinthians, you could get us involved in a discussion of exactly what the Black Death is. Is modern medicine a demonic illusion? Is air conditioning a demonic illusion?
Okay, Thomas.
Sich zu autorisieren, behauptet er, ich wäre krank! Jahre auf Militärakademien zugebracht haben. Schwer, ja. Ja, vielleicht schon tot!
All right. Well, thank you, Thomas. Thanks very, very much. Man, lines are full.
Man müsste die ganze Luftwaffenführung sofort aufhängen! Das ist unerhört. Unerhört. Der Russe steckt 12 Kilometer vom Stadtkern. Und ich erfahre das sozusagen auf Nachfrage.
Mein Führer, vielleicht handelt es sich ja wirklich um Fernfeuer. Sie erwähnten eine Eisenbahnbrücke über die Oder.
Ach, Unsinn!